Hello Aries, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. Just a quick read before the week begins for you. I just wanted to come by and say thank you for all the ways you've been loving on the channel. Give you a bonus read, Aries. This is a reading that is going to be read for the current energy or the future energy. I don't intend on reading in the past energy. Just know that if you come up with a past scenario, that's in your head, not in mine. It's not my intention here today. And thank you so much for all the ways that you've been loving on this channel. Thank you for your thumbs up and the way that you've been growing this Aries tribe. I appreciate you. If you are here and you are brand new, welcome, welcome. If you're just wandering in on all of this, and if you're the ride or die, thank you so much for the thumbs up and the way that you're growing this tribe. I appreciate it. All right, let's find out what's going on for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please. We have the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups, Five of Swords, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up at the heart of the matter. Oh, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords and the Star. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician that's in the reverse. Just listening for a moment. Aries, hang on. I feel like there's a disagreement with somebody here. Somebody who I feel that you are kind of up in your head about. This is somebody who, I feel, Aries, this is somebody who you would normally sort of get along with, but I feel like there has been a disagreement between two people who have their back to each other. And I feel like it's in the 3D. So it's like it's not something you're dreaming about. I feel like if the Seven of Cups tells me you're confused as to why we're not talking anymore, it does feel like maybe it's a disagreement over the way one of you runs your life. We have the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And although I know you're a fire sign, it does feel like when you interact with this person that you interact as the King or the Queen of Pentacles, feminine or masculine, take it as it resonates. It does feel like these two don't agree on money or how we spend money. Possibly how we make money. This could be a business, people who are in business together. But the Seven of Cups tells me that it's always been kind of unclear. It's like the boundaries have always been unclear. The Eight of Swords is telling me that it feels like you want to say something. It almost feels like somebody is making risky moves or they're taking risks with something that maybe partly belongs to you. That's why I'm thinking that maybe this is business. Maybe that's why we're seeing the King and the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like possibly you might be someone who is in this Queen of Pentacles energy. You're someone who's very giving and kind, someone who is the overgiver, someone who maybe can easily and quickly move into the place of someone who gets taken advantage of really easy financially. I feel as though something is not as it seems. It feels worse than it is. Somebody is choosing not to do anything about it. It feels like my hands are tied financially. I can't do anything here, and it's confusing. And the King of Pentacles, I feel, is somebody who is the person who is in charge, or maybe who is 51% of the business, or maybe this is somebody that maybe you are married to, were married to, in a relationship with, but it feels like you're not talking to each other, or you're having a hard time with communication because the Eight of Swords and Five of Swords are here. It feels like there's a hard communication, something we don't agree on. And it feels like this person is the one who makes all the decisions. And they are maybe a person who's in the Knight of Wands energy, that they like to make quick moves, or they like to take risks. And it feels like you don't have anything to say about it because they're the person holding the purse strings, or they're the one that's in power. It feels here like, Aries, that maybe you are the person who wants to just move. You want to move ahead. You want to get away from this. It's too chaotic. You need to make a decision to go if you're going to go. But I feel like you're attached to this person somehow. And it seems like it's materialistic or financial. It's a business, or you two live together, or you two have, if you left, that you'd have to separate assets. So it could be a marriage, could be a business partnership. But right now we're we're not really speaking with each other. We're acting as two separate entities whereby we used to act as one. It feels like two people are maybe not in agreement with where this has got to go next, where the relationship is going next, where the business is going next, where our next investment is going to be. And we're trying to make decisions. A decision needs to be made. We've got 2 pentacles here. A decision needs to be made in the pentacle world, and nobody is making that decision because I feel like you feel like your hands are tied. And although you want to move on, it's like you know where your bread is buttered. You know that if you pull away from this, it's going to be a hot mess. It feels like, Aries, you feel like you're being manipulated by someone in business, but it feels like you might be married to this person as well. That somebody's making decisions that you don't agree with. Maybe they're making quick decisions, or maybe they make decisions without you and then they tell you that they made them later. It's confusing and you don't know what to do. But I feel like there's manipulation taking place here. It could be financial manipulation. It could be mental manipulation. It could be spiritual manipulation. And I think that you just want to get out of it. I think you've had enough of it. It could be 2 years of this. We got pentacles, right? Tell me more. Tell me what the 5 of Swords is all about, please. Tell me what the 5 of Swords is about. You don't like the way this person moves, Aries. Yeah, that's what it is. Somebody's trying to manipulate your mind, the way you think. Feels like somebody feels like they have no power. I'm powerless here. I don't have the tools. This person has all the tools. I don't have the tools. So it could be that the balance is off. Do you know what I mean? It feels like whether it's the feminine or the masculine, don't get caught up in the men and the women on the cards. It feels like somebody feels as though the other person maybe has 51% of the business, or they make decisions when you're not around, and you don't like that they make decisions when you're not around, but you find out about them later. And they're like, yeah, I've already made the decision and here's the money from that. I had somebody, maybe they sold a portion of the business. You know, they're making decisions that I feel that you're not happy with. This has become a whole lot of work. It feels like you keep trying to outthink this person, and it has become exhaustive. It's exhausting. It's become really heavy. It becomes really burdensome at the point where you can't make any decisions without asking this person, but they go ahead and make the decisions that they want regardless of what's going on. So I feel like we keep coming to a place where we don't agree. And then even when we don't agree, the other person makes a decision because they're the person who they feel that they're the star of the show, that you're in the background. Tell me about the Queen and the King of Pentacles. What's going on with these two here? So you might be married to this person. You might be in a committed relationship with this person. But if it's not a person that you're married to or in a committed relationship, or if this is not a business partnership, I feel like there is a decision that needs to be made here, that you do have a choice. And the choice that you have is that you can just go. Feels like something here is not right. It doesn't feel right. It feels painful. I've got to release it. You feel betrayed by somebody who I feel you're supposed to be in love with. They're supposed to be in love with you. You feel like there's a betrayal. Every time they make a decision to take a risk that they don't invite you into, give your opinion on it, it feels like you come to this place where you keep getting hurt over and over again by this person. But you stay there. The Hanged Man is there. You're sacrificing yourself. You're trying to come to a place where you have perspective, but I feel like, because the Hanged Man is here and we have the Seven of Cups, it feels like it's really confusing. I'm not really sure what to do. I've got to make a choice. I've got to pick a cup, but I'm not really sure what to do from here. It feels like somebody here is trying to dig into their intuition, and is that really the way they meant for it to come off? Did they really mean to betray me, or was it they felt like their back was against? Like, I feel like you're making excuses for this person because you see them as a soulmate or a person that you thought that you would be with forever, or you'd be in business forever. And when you got into business with them, or when you married them or got into the commitment, you were so sure that this person was going to be honest and truthful. And it feels like you've got so much love for this person that they are a soulmate. And this is the problem that we get into, right? When we get into a relationship with a broken soulmate or someone who's not healed, and it's hard to let go because we don't want to leave them behind. It feels like you are in this place of trying to gain perspective about what's going on so you can make a decision about whether you should leave or not. Because I think the Six of Swords here is important to look at. Tell me why you're staying stuck in this Hanged Man energy. It's like you don't want to believe what's going on is what's really going on. And that's why you're in the Hanged Man energy. With the Empress, the King of Cups, and the Justice card. So I feel that the reason that you're hanging on and trying to get different perspective and not moving anywhere, even though they're hurting you, is because you thought that this was your karmic justice. You thought that this love that you had found, the King of Cups, is the person who is your karmic justice. And I think that all ended up happening here is that you ended up growing into the Empress, and now you really don't need the business partner or the person that you're with or the person that you're married to or living with or working with. You really don't need them anymore because you're good on your own, feminine or masculine. You're the Empress energy. Feels like you're keeping your cards close to the chest. Keeping it really close to the chest, trying to remain open with your emotional energy. But I feel like what you need is karmic justice. You need something to be made right. And it does really, more and more as I pull more cards, it does feel like this is a couple of people who own a business that are married or are in a committed relationship together. And so you thought that this would be the last person that you would ever have to worry about. But somebody has to make something right here. Either we have to it feels like your heart is open, but I feel like you're also not really showing on the surface how concerned you are about the situation that you're in. I feel like you're ready to make some sort of a decision in the near future here to leave. Because I feel that's your only hope, is to leave and then take care of the legal stuff later on. Tell me about this. Tell me about the Two of Wands, please. I feel like you've already made the decision to go, but you just have to get in the boat and go. You have to take your stuff and leave. And I feel like that's the hard part because this is a deep soulmate connection. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, yeah. And we've got the Seven of Wands. So I feel like this is what's going on. I feel like you're a person who has been really working on themselves and has grown into the Empress energy, because the Queen of Pentacles is the pre-Empress energy. This is a person who's in the Queen of Pentacles, feminine or masculine, the person who is acting as if they already are. And I feel like you've manifested yourself into this energy of the Empress. So we do have the Seven of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Six of Wands. It tells me the only way that you can get victory is if you become single and you protect yourself. You need to protect yourself against this person, because I feel like I feel like you need to get yourself in the pink bubble. I feel like you need to meditate about it or pray about it. But it feels like you've got a lot of people coming at you telling you what to do. What are you doing? Why are you staying there? I feel like all these wands here are like people who are trying to interrupt your train of thought, trying to make you make a decision they want you to make. It's like you've got a lot of pressure on you to become single, and you are in this Hanged Man energy because you're like, this is not something I'm taking lightly. If I go, I'm gone. I'm never coming back. Because Aries, when you make a decision, right? So tell me about the Six of Swords. I feel like your only hope is to get out of there and then deal with the legal stuff, the legal ramifications later. take the lessons that you've learned, which have made you the Empress. Got Temperance, we've got the Fool. Yeah, and the Five of Cups. You can't stay here anymore. It does feel like somebody here is really having a hard time making the decision to go. Sorry. There we go. Somebody here is having a really hard time making the decision to go. I think you're waiting for signs and symbols, synchronicities. I think you're waiting for Temperance, to the time when you feel like now's the moment. I've got to go. So I feel like you're going to make the decision, but I feel like you're waiting to see what the universe is going to give you first. There is the Fool here, which means that you are going to take a leap into faith into something else, because the Five of Cups is here. You already have regret that you've stayed too long. You've been hoping that this was going to work out. Tell me about this Justice card, because I feel like you love this person too much to take them to court or to start proceedings that are legal. But I feel like your gut is telling you to do it. I feel like your intuitive energy, the downloads that you're getting, the pink on the top of her head, right? The downloads that you're getting is like your intuitive energy is telling you, you've got to do it. But you're so compassionate, and this person, you're connected to them in a very psychic sort of energetic way. You're very compassionate and kind and loving and sweet and giving. But look, this person is taking advantage of you, and they're going to tank everything, because they're the one who is in charge. I feel like we are talking about an Empress and an Emperor here. So the Emperor is the one with all the purse strings, and they know that you're far too compassionate, kind, and loving to make the decision to go to take legal proceedings, to get a lawyer and figure things out here. I feel like they have underestimated you. I feel like the Emperor, of course, is Aries energy, and I feel like it's time for you to take charge of the situation in a compassionate way. I feel like it's in a compassionate way that you should do it, but I think your intuition is telling you that you can no longer be in this place with somebody who's overspending, making bad decisions, somebody who is the Knight of Wands, somebody who's not giving you any stability, somebody who's undecided half the time, somebody who can't really make a decision. So when they do make a decision, they make it in a moment's notice, and they don't tell you. It's becoming very heavy. And you're putting in more work and time than you want to, and this person's manipulating you, playing you like a violin. This person's manipulating you. So I feel like you think that it's time for you to get away, build it by yourself. I really got to figure out what I'm going to do. I need a victory of some sort, but I've got to make a decision, right? You're preparing here to make a decision. I feel to take a new leap of faith here. We do have the Page of Swords. I think you need to tread carefully. Tread carefully. You can see that the Page of Swords is walking on this really fine line here. Yeah, you're going to have to close the door, my friend. There it is. You're going to have to close the door so you can go on some sort of a new path here, or one that you're passionate about. It does feel like there has to be some sort of reckoning here. We have to look at the contract. It feels like this whole thing could spin out of control, but it feels like you've got a lot of learning to do. It feels like you've got to learn something, like maybe you're going to legal books or a lawyer, or you've got to talk to somebody who has, a lawyer's mind. But I feel like the World card is here. It's inevitable. When the World card shows up, it's inevitable. Whether you want it to end or not, it's going to end, because you don't sidestep the majors ever. You don't sidestep the majors. I mean, the ending is coming at you. The only choice you have is how you're going to deal with it. That's what it feels like here. All right, I'm going to leave that right there for you, Aries. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. Thanks so much. And I'll be back, because I'm always back. Happy Sunday to you, and I'm up for now. Love you guys. Bye.